Hello friends, welcome back. Last time we looked at the Marlin crawler, TF2 edition by RC4WD. I kind of did an overview, a look at it, so you could kind of get an idea and some of the cons and the pros of it I've seen. Since then, some things have changed. First off, I did get some of my interior done. I still got more to do. I love it. I mean, it was just a dirt cheap interior. I think I found it on eBay. It served its purpose. My body hasn't been cracking anymore. Of course, I got scratches all over it, but it's not cracking, so I'm happy with that. The glue inside has seemed to have definitely taken care of the cracks going anywhere else. I put a RC4WD drive, the cheap $30 winch. It is an RC4WD drive brand winch. I took the connector off of it and soldered a JST on it. That way I could run off my ESC for my winch controller, which is exactly what I told you I was going to do, and that's what it done. I also put in a old junk servo board, waterproofed it, glued the potentiometer into place after I zeroed it, and I just use that for a light controller. I got a PowerShift RC light kit for the Marlin crawler in the truck. The big thing, we had talked about A&M Garage. Absolutely love A&M Garage. I have the skid plate, the sliders, and the shackle mount kit. So this relocation kit is probably one of my favorite, probably the favorite upgrade I did to it. I think it's like 20 bucks just for this. But if you remember my last video, there was a lot of play. You can move and wiggle this axle around like crazy. I'm pushing on it now and it barely moves. I mean, you're going to have a little bit, but it's 10 times better. The skid plate, as you can see, the transfer case. I'm not running overdrive right now in the front. I'm just running standard. I'm still playing around with it. I don't have as much drive time on it right now as I wanted. Some of the time I've been driving the TRX4 around, but this is on my want to drive a lot more list. This is actually my favorite rig at the moment, especially with these upgrades. So the sliders, nice heavy duty metal. They take a beat, and I have no question about that. Feeling them in your hand, you can't really bend them or move them around. Skid plate. I painted these. These do not come these colors. They actually come just like the front shackle relocation kit. It's just a bare metal without any kind of coating or anything on them, which is fine. I mean, that's good. You can personalize it or leave them the way they are. Obviously, you can see mine just from rubbing on the body and rubbing on some rocks and scraping on stuff. The paint ain't gonna stay anyway. Now, I did go and get the Supershafty. A&M Garage went together with Supershafty and come up with a driveline kit for this conversion, since it does raise your transfer case up, which obviously if you're raising your transfer case up, you're getting your transfer case farther away from your actual axles. Since you're doing that, you're going to need a longer drive shaft. Now, the original ones that came with it did work, but I felt like there was just barely anything touching on this front drive shaft. I felt like it definitely needed to be longer, and therefore that's why I made the purchase, and I'm so glad I did. This drive shaft set is amazing. Compared to what was on the truck, it's awesome. So other than that, the only thing I got left I'm going to do is the motor drop, and that's where you take and cut this off. You cut the actual bar that I got that zip tied to. You cut this off right here, and you got to cut your motor plate. And then what that'll let you do is actually set the motor essentially kind of under the frame rails. And what it'll do is put it, if you can see where my finger's at, it'll drop it down and basically put it down below your frame rails, and that really drops your center of gravity. And just from from my understanding, it really makes an improvement, which anytime you lower your center of gravity in these rigs, it's going to be a major difference. And obviously something as big as the motor, dropping that by 1.5 inches is going to show itself. In terms of these, they're definitely built well, and they do add a little bit of weight. With that being said, I don't feel it's too much weight at all. I feel like it's fine. I think it's perfect. And with that little bit of weight it did add, I did feel it necessary. Originally, whenever I did the video, I had said about removing the small leaf on all 4 corners. I actually ended up putting the front small leaf back in, so it has all 3 in the front. The 2 in the rear seems fine, but just with the motor and the servo and this metal plus my battery, like I said in the other video, I did change my battery tray from factory. With all that up front, I felt it necessary to have the 3rd leaf back in. My review of A&M Garage parts, absolutely outstanding. Love, love, love them. They are amazing. The man that owns it, he's an amazing guy as well. So whenever you do purchase A&M Garage products, just know that the person you are purchasing it from, A, is here in the USA, and B, is a great person that does a lot of positive things for his community as well as tiny trucking community. So just keep that in your mind whenever you are purchasing. So other than that, I'm absolutely in love with my Marlin crawler. It is my favorite rig, like I said. If you don't have one, try to drive one before you buy one, just so you know what you're getting into, because they are different. And no matter what, get out, enjoy yourself, enjoy the hobby, and have some fun. Take care and have a terrific day.